All right, welcome back. That was a little bit of Annalise Dugas, and we're going to be playing her all show. But now it's time for the Magnetic Marketing Moment with your marketing magnet, Jeanette Burke. Jeanette, great to have you here to do this today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what are we talking about today?
Today, it's all about marketing brand you, personal branding.
Personal branding.
And the thing is, a lot of people think personal branding is for like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian and Britney Spears.
Yeah.
But really, it's not. It's for all of us. We all have to think about our personal brand, especially when we're in business, because our brand, personal brand, is an extension of ourselves. And it really does affect how people think of you and whether or not they want to do business with you, whether
Okay.
or not they want to associate with you.
Right.
Whether or not they, you're the person they want, you got to meet that person,
It's
you got to
all
know this person or
Yeah,
not.
okay.
So it really has a very big impact on our business, and a lot of people don't realize that your personal brand actually extends past yourself.
Okay, but I'm confused, Jeanette,
Okay.
because to me, I've always struggled with this idea of what a brand is exactly. So
Okay.
now take that and apply it to a person. It's even more confusing. Maybe can you tell
I
us what a
can.
brand, personal
Okay,
brand
so
is?
let's say that a brand itself is a little bit different than a personal brand. Brand has three components: your logo, your
Logo.
message, and your unique promise of value. That's what a straight brand is, but a personal brand is a little bit different.
Wait, what were those? Logo, message, and
And your unique promise of value.
okay. Okay, so let's talk about the personal brand now.
The personal brand is the way you market yourself to the world, and then what your clients or who you're marketing to think of you.
All right.
Okay, and it's something that you have to really deal with because you can't. It's unavoidable. It has to be done. Okay.
Because
So-
if you don't manage that, somebody else will manage it, right?
Yes. Well, if you don't manage your own reputation and your own image, and you don't take control of it, then you're really not doing all that you can to make yourself great opportunities to cash in on, make yourself a chosen person to work with, a chosen person to be in the circles that are recommended.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing anything to put yourself really out there. And see, that's the thing with marketing today. You really have to put yourself out there. You have to be known. I mean, I've used Paris and Kim Kardashian and Britney, and they're very skilled at this type of thing. So is Lady Gaga. Their personal brand is so defined that we know what we're going to get from them. We know what to expect from them, and we see an authenticity in them or something that's different and unique that attracts us. And this is what it's all about: is how are you going to attract clients to you and use this personal branding to make you money.
Okay.
And so this is what I want to kind of delve into this today about, like, my personal secrets on how to. I've got it down to three
Okay.
simple steps of how to create your personal brand and why I've sort of talked about why I think you should do it.
Yeah.
And how I think it's important to realize that personal branding, it's just part of everything you do, from sending out an email to engaging in a conversation to what you say, what you wear, and just all of it. And you can control it because you can be decisive about it. You can make a decision about what you want to say and what you want to wear and how you want to project yourself to the outer world.
That's what they say about branding, is it has to be part of everything
that is
that a company does, or in this case, a person does, every time they touch one of the stakeholders.
Yes.
That brand has to come through.
And it must be equal, right? So let me say also, in personal branding, there's two components to it, and then there's the 3 steps how to create it.
Okay.
So the one aspect of it is you, what you feel about you, how you define you.
Right.
And I really recommend that you take a piece of paper and think about that, and think about, what adjectives would you use to describe yourself? Would you say you're outgoing, friendly, whatever? And how would that really benefit your business? Because then the second part of it is the external interaction, and that's the perceptions that you know, we all make perceptions, whether we like it or not. It's true. When we engage with each other, we're already making perceptions. That's how our brain works. Our brain is wired to do that. We're making snap judgments, basically, and opinions. And so it's really funny. Sometimes we do this exercise. I do this exercise when I'm coaching my clients, and I say, write down the three adjectives that you think best describe you. And then I put them in pairs. And I say, turn to the other person and say 3 adjectives that they use to describe you. And you know what? It's somewhat of a disconnect.
And is that what you want to do? You want to make them connect?
You want to make them marry. You want to make them connect. Yeah, because you want whatever you perceive to be your strengths, your talents, and your passions, which we all want to be able to do what we're passionate about. We want to wake up in the morning and we want to live a passionate, fulfilled life, and we want to earn income on it. Mm-hmm. And in order to achieve that, you've got to be able to, you know, blend the two. And that's where you have optimum results, because that's when clients sort of either cling on or back away from you, right? So you've got to blend the two to get that real, to really get somebody's attention and to make them want you.
Now, is that one of the 3 steps?
No, there's 3 steps to creating the brand, the marketing brand you, and creating your personal brand. And the first one is really just delving in and discovering what is it that you are about. What gets you excited? What's your passion? What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your mission statement? And you've got to be able to, you know, say all this, articulate it, and write it down on paper in some kind of a plan that really does spell it out for you about what is the answer to all these questions. Like, what is it that you're really trying to do, and what is it that you want the world to know about you, and why? Why do you want to handle it? Why do you want to run your business a particular way? What's your spin on things? Like, why are you doing this? And, you know, again, make that known and make people associate with that to make them want you.
So that's
sort of step 1.
Step 1, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And step 2 is devising. Actually, it's a 2-step. I thought it was a 3-step. It's actually 2 steps. I've got it down to 2 steps.
That's even better. That's one
better.
less step.
It's better. The second thing is devising your personal branding toolkit. Now, there's a lot to this, okay? And the reason is that, you know, with social media today, it's all about visual branding, and which is part of personal branding. So because the internet plays such a big part in this, and because social media is so huge, you've really got to be able to manage this. And you've really got to have a really good toolkit. So in the toolkit, here's what you need. You need a really good business card that really specifies what you are and who you are. And here's where the traditional brand comes back into play. Your logo is part of your brand.
For sure.
It's got to be reflective of who you are. Your messaging on your business card also has to be really reflective of what it is that you're doing. And the sad thing is, we don't take enough time to really look into this and really delve deep into this. We just think it's all going to happen, but it doesn't. It doesn't happen. And in today's world, if you don't do enough to make it happen, you will not sustain your business for very long.
Right.
So then the other parts of the toolkit include your portfolio. And to me, this means, you know, a bit of a history of what you've done to make yourself an expert in this particular area you've proclaimed, right?
Yeah.
And in particularly in the niche that you have decided to fulfill, answering that in the first part, right? So whatever niche you're deciding to fulfill, what's the story behind that, and what's your portfolio, what's your experience?
Yeah, but where do you put this portfolio?
Well, the portfolio can be online as part of your website.
Right.
You know, it should be part of your website, integrated a little bit into your social media accounts. It could be a hard copy of, like a copy portfolio of different work that you've done, depending on the industry that you're in. And it's also testimonials. Because, you know, we forget that the power of testimonials are, you know, that's your history, that's your credibility. This is what people want to see from you.
And think about it when people publish a book, right? They always get testimonials in the back, right?
Correct. And it's also today video. You can shoot a very small little video, just sort of telling the world who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Yeah.
It can be a part of your website.
Right.
You can send it out beyond that. I mean, there's all different ways to send. There's new technologies today to use email to send video.
Get out.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about?